New at 10, Hannibal School District leaders say there is a $3.3 million shortfall in their operating fund. Officials are blaming less than expected revenue and higher than expected expenditures. WGEM's Joseph Lawler spoke with Hannibal School Superintendent this afternoon. So, Joseph, how exactly did this deficit happen?
Well, Daniel, this financial update comes after Roy Webb decided not to take on the Hannibal superintendent position. Current superintendent Susan Johnson described this situation as a perfect storm, and she says she is committed to working through it.
Well, you know, it's a complex situation.
Hannibal School District officials announced Thursday afternoon a $3.3 million shortfall in their operating fund compared to their preliminary budget presented in July.
It didn't turn out the way it was predicted to be, and there's reasons for that.
Superintendent Susan Johnson says the $1 million shortfall could not have been predicted.
It's normal that when you build a budget in July, there's a lot of information you don't know. So you're making a lot of guesstimates using historical data.
Johnson says one of those estimates included the school district's operating tax levy in April. She says in the past, the assessed evaluation for Hannibal has been between 3 and 5% growth. In July, she estimated 3%. Now, that assessed evaluation ended up less than 1%.
So there's nothing missing. You know, I know exactly where it is. It just wasn't what I was hoping it would be, and it's nobody's fault.
Johnson says other revenue challenges include decreases in student enrollment, an increase in student absences, and decreased tax revenue due to local business closures. On top of that, Hannibal Schools' expenditure pressures include additional staffing to address learning loss post-pandemic, increased needs and costs for supplies and resources, capital projects exceeding budget, and salary and benefit increases for staff. Johnson says at this point, with postponing her retirement, she will continue to serve the families in the Hannibal School District.
I am determined to do what's best for this district.
And school officials say the plan moving forward will include closely monitoring expenditures for the remainder of the year, reducing the number of staff through attrition, and reevaluating the rollback of the operating tax levy. Daniel?
All right. Thank you, Joseph. And Johnson also says they anticipate a significant increase in state revenues received by the district. They also paused the search for a new superintendent until next year.